after what I just said. No, pizza. Pizza you do year-round, which is great. But chicken wings you could do year-round as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we chose these two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get to it.
And they have the staple of the American diet now, pizza and chicken wings.
Yeah.
They really are.
I mean,
so we
staple of my
wanted to
diet, let me tell
take
you.
them to the next level. What?
The staple.
Well, yes. I mean, do you guys agree with me? Yeah.
They're turning on me.
They're turning on you. Okay, go for it.
So, wings, yes, these are large fellas. I decided to get whole wings because that's what I like to do. I personally, I love to cook the wing whole like this. I know it's a little bit much for some people, but I like the whole wing. I even like this little tip here. Once it gets all roasted and crispy, it's like just skin and fat and delicious. But I do want to show you kind of, wing butchery 101, if you will. If you want your drumette and your flat separate, just cutting right down here until you see this cartilage. And then you can go straight through the cartilage.
It's a cooking show.
Oh, right, cartilage.
Doing a biopsy.
And if you want to take the yummy wing tip off, that's okay too. Right down here, and again, just look for that cartilage, and your knife should be able to get through it relatively easy. So after we have all of the wings, however you want them, butchered however you want them, into a mixing bowl here. And obviously this is not the quantity of wings that you'll see in the recipe, but just kind of wanted to give you a little idea of what this process looks like. I do have the other two ingredients in the recipe here, just kosher salt and baking powder. I know baking powder sounds kind of weird, but trust me, it works. So basically we're just going to kind of toss them with the baking powder and the salt. Make sure that they're nice and fully coated. And after they are fully coated, we're going to just plop them on a rack so that it can get a lot of airflow all around it, and kind of spread them out so they're not touching one another either. Just like that. And the reason why we do the baking powder is the baking powder will, well, first of all, the salt is going to pull out some moisture. Here you go, Tony. Thank you. And the baking powder is going to there's going to be a chemical reaction on the skin of the wing that will, when we bake these off, even before we bake them off, you'll see that the texture kind of changes. They get like this matte finish to them almost. And when you bake them off in the oven, they will get super, super crispy, like even crispier than fried chicken wings. I don't even care about frying chicken wings anymore. Like, honestly, this is way easier. And if I have the time to let them sit in this little rub, I'm opting for this. The other thing that you can do a little bit different than the recipe is if you want to add any spices or herbs or anything to the rub, as it sits and kind of does its thing, the spices, herbs, flavorings, garlic, whatever, will penetrate the wing a little bit better, and when you cook them off, they'll be that more delicious.
Question.
Yeah.
So if I haven't invested, I know, if I haven't invested in an air fryer, I no longer need to.
I mean, it will even come out better in an air fryer. But my beef with the air fryer, I do like air fryers for certain things. My beef with the air fryer is it doesn't have enough room in the air fryer.
Wow.
Like, be able to make like 6 wings, that's not enough for me. There you go, air fryer oven.
I have an air fryer
That's where it's
oven.
at. That's where it's at for sure.
We've got a little chemical reaction going on in there.
Ooh, pizza might be done.
Ooh.
I think the pizza's done. All right. Can I borrow your dry
Get a
towel?
board to put it on.
I got a mitt.
Here's the 2 mitts.
So here's this. Here's the clamping thing that I was telling you about.
Oh.
This is how we kind of grab the pan by the edge here and pull it out.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
You can put it right in there. Yeah. Cool. It's a cooktop.
So there is our pizza. Nice crispy crust. The strawberries and ricotta are all kind of caramelized. That's looking good.
You're going to take that out on that big spatula and put
That's
it on
right.
the pan?
We're just going to plop it right on here.
I'll hold this.
Yeah?
Whoa.
I think you can put it on here. It says it's not hot.
Yeah, it's not hot.
All right, now watch. He's going to do what he told us. He's going to hold it with the clamp.
Yep, hold it with the clamp, kind of get under it, make sure it's not sticking,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't
and
say
it'll
uh-oh.
flop right out.
Wow.
And there is
Did
our
you put any?
pizza.
You didn't put anything in the. Oh, the olive oil was
Yep,
there. Yeah.
lots of
okay.
olive oil.
Wow. Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful?
And you can see our bottom crust is nice and crispy. Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Wow.
So I'm going to let this hang out for a little. The other thing that we do at Pearl Street is we kind of let the pizza hang out for a little bit. That way all the cheese, the toppings, and everything can kind of congeal and become one. And then we'll cut this and get it out to you guys.
Ooh.
Cool.
Now, if you were going to do regular fried chicken at home, would you do the same thing, the baking soda and the
No.
Okay.
If you're gonna use fryer and oil, it'll do its thing
right.
without the baking powder. Kind
right.
of unnecessary.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah. So once you get all your wings on your tray here, pop them in the fridge. I say overnight, but really, even if you give these wings like 3 or 4 hours, it'll still do its thing, and you'll have some super duper crispy wings. But if you can do it overnight or 8 hours, I think is probably the best. Your patience will be rewarded.
The thing here is to commit to your kitchen.
Yes.
Commit. Commit to staying there.
Foresight, preparation.
Yes.
The 7 Ps, if you will.
Oh, what are they?
Proper prior preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Oh, I see. I would have used snafu.
All right.
Yeah.
That stands for. No, I won't go.
Never mind. All right. So,
So,
Sauces.
sauces. Let's
You're
start with
nothing
the
without the
classic.
sauce,
Start
right?
with the classic, buffalo. So you'll see this is another super simple recipe. All the recipes really are simple. Buffalo sauce, this is pretty close to the original authentic buffalo sauce from Buffalo, New York. There's this bar called the Anchor Bar where they originated, and this is very, very close to that recipe.
I got to be grating?
Yep, so you can go ahead and grate your 1 clove of garlic in there.
Oh,
Oh, you just dropped it.
Tony, you want to pass off this butter that can go in there as well?
what are you doing?
Passing off.
I am busy.
Vinegar? Cayenne?
Every day is
Oh,
his
geez.
birthday.
Worcestershire? Oh, boy.
What are you
It's
doing?
going to be a snafu shortly.
We can throw everything in the pot. Nothing
Right.
needs to
Is that-
wait. It can
that's
all
probably
go in
enough
there.
garlic right there, right?
No.
Yeah, that'll probably be enough. These are huge garlic cloves.
Yeah.
No,
Tony.
but they'll be online. We're going to force you guys to go online.
You can make this pretty much with any hot sauce that you like. My preferred hot sauce for the traditional buffalo wing is Crystal hot sauce or any Louisiana style hot sauce. I think it has the right texture. I think it has a decent but not too intense heat level. It's got really good vinegar quantity in there, and I think it's just perfect for that traditional buffalo wing flavor.
There you go, Tony.
Well, I passed it off.
Oh, and I just put all this in here?
Yep, you just throw it all
Oh,
in
so
there.
much
And after you
pressure.
get that butter in there, you can use that 1 cup container to measure out 1 cup of hot sauce.
In here?
Yeah,
1 cup?
yeah, go
That,
for
all
it.
that? All right, you do that, Tony. That's a lot of pressure.
And then we'll plop it right on here. This is
what's
getting
this?
hot. That's Worcestershire.
Just a little bit,
Just a
huh?
tiny, tiny little bit of Worcestershire. You don't want to taste the Worcestershire. It's just going to give it more
You just
depth of
want it
flavor,
to
really.
Increase the depth of flavor.
And then that's cayenne chili that you're adding. If you
Yep.
don't want your wings as hot, you can omit that. If you like
Ready?
them really hot, you can bump that up. Yeah.
Good job.
Perfect.
Good job. All right.
Woof.
Here,
Gotcha.
I'll take this.
And then we can put that on the hot burner and pretty much just wait for the butter to melt. Give it a stir every once in a while. The one thing you don't want to do to this is let it boil. If you let it boil too hard, the fat in the butter and the vinegar will separate and it won't be so great. But yeah,
All right, so Tony's
You're
going
doing
to
great.
continue with this. Good job, Tony.
I saved the pizza.
You did, because
Certainly
you were
did.
on it.
I was on it. Well,
you certainly did.
Hey,
Save
what's
the
it-
day with the pizza.
Are we going to move to the next one, or are we going
We
to
can
watch
definitely
Tony
move to
stir?
the next one. Once Tony gets all that emulsified in there, it's going to turn light in color like this
Oh.
and get nice and thick because of
Look
that
at
butter. So that's what the final
And you can
product
prepare
will
that
look like.
days in advance.
Oh, you could prepare this months in advance.
Really? Months?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
because
know-
of all the fat and all the vinegar that's in there, it's really pretty shelf stable, actually.
You can't freeze it, though.
You can freeze it. You got to be very careful when you let it thaw, that you don't, again, get it too hot to where it separates. But you could totally freeze it. I don't think you need to, though. You could put this in the fridge, come back a year later, and I bet it would be all right.
Do you know for sure?
Let me do that and test it out on Sis.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll see too when this sauce gets refrigerated. This is like room temperature. Once this does get cold, it will solidify, like butter would, just because there's so much butter in there.
Now, maybe I want to make sure I understand. So you have these chicken wings, and they've done
Overnight.
their 8-hour thing, and
So
then
the chicken wings are naked.
they're naked.
Naked. Yep. I like to fry my wings absolutely in the nude.
Okay,
You wish.
I'm getting it. I'm getting the picture.
But yeah, if you sauce the wings before you put them in the
kitchen
oven.
must be really cold. It's all
If you
melted.
sauce the wings before you put them in the oven, they will not get as crispy. Any additional moisture that you put on these guys will reduce the crispiness of your wings. Also, the way I feel about chicken wing sauces, at least, is you should be able to just toss them in there and be good to go. Like it shouldn't be too involved of a process, the chicken wing process.
So they come out of the oven. They've been cooked naked. And they come out, and then you just throw that
You
on
just
them?
just toss them in the sauce, or whatever.
Who knew?
Really
Who
easy.
knew? Okay. Good.
Cool. So we'll move on to our next sauce,
I think
which
clarifying questions are important, don't you?
we will need that pot though,
But
All
tell me
right,
to stop.
so
It's too much.
you need that pot now?
or another pot. You got
I
another
don't
pot?
have another pot.
Oh,
It's
well.
been COVID.
We live in
everything went
Vermont. You don't
home.
have pot?
I'm going to talk, while you boys fight, I'm going to talk about the next recipe. It's called Beesting Wing Glaze.
Yes.
How did it get its name?
I gave it its name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. This is a recipe I came up with, and the bee sting part of it is because I'm using Bar Hill gin, my favorite
It's
gin.
good for bee stings. It's good for headaches. It's good for anything that ails you. Anything that ails you,
That's
right?
right.
All right. But
Bar Hill gin is distilled from honey, so the bee sting. Also, we're putting a ton of honey in there, so more bee.
I need to wipe that out.
Then the sting part comes with the chili pepper. Yeah, so this is, again, a super easy recipe. We're going to build everything in the pot, basically bring it up to a simmer, and let all those flavors kind of combine and meld and do their thing. The chilies will
gotta work the pot.
kind of hydrate a
I gotta
little
work the
bit
pot.
and put their spiciness out into there. And we're going to take it off the heat and let it cool down a little bit before we add the lemon. Lemon juice, when you add it to something
love that
that
sound.
is super duper hot, definitely changes the flavor profile of the lemon.
oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Oh, it's
Lemon
all right.
juice
She's
what?
drinking from the bottle. I need some paper towels.
Lemon juice what?
If you add it when this is too hot, it's going to change the flavor of the lemon. It'll make it not as bright.
Okay. So wait till it cools.
Yeah,
and
so
then
you want
do
it to
the
cool a
lemon.
little bit. It doesn't have to be like room temperature or anything, but you don't want it simmering when you add the lemon.
We'll add notes to the recipe as we go. Now, I know. So listen. All right. So quiet. We're going to hear the most wonderful sound.
Ellen, could I get some paper towels to wipe out the pot?
Here we go.
I think she
One,
left.
2, 3. Oh, that's a great sound.
So on our website, you're going to see a section for alcohol. And I went to Bar Hill through Farrell, and I was not feeling good. I was coming down. I need paper towels. And they made me a cocktail with CBD. And I felt really good.
And Bar Hill Gin.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in there.
Double good.
It was really good. All right, we're not getting any paper towels from this.
That's okay.
Now the kitchen is closed.
I know. Joe, right behind you is some napkins.
This is a really casual show.
Oh, I'll come. I'm walking off.
Just use
the
your
set.
apron.
He's got to do everything. I used to feel like that when I work. I got to run the camera. I got to clean the pots. I got to do this.
I know. I'm usually going home after the show, doing the dishes. No, we're usually drinking after the show.
But our mother used to say gin was very good for anything that ailed you.
I agree.
Jackie would have her gin and tonic. I remember Jackie. I can't do gin and tonic anymore because I chase cars. No, I really do chase cars. With his naked chicken.
All right.
That'd be a sight.
If I hold this much longer, I'm going to swig it. I'll tell you. Oh, that'll be great. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
right.
Quarter cup. I have to do that too.
You gotta do it.
All right. In the pan.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, this is another super easy. The only thing we're not adding right now is the lemon.
Fresh ginger.
But other than that, pretty much everything is going in there right now.
Smells good.
Oh yeah, love ginger.
You know, that was my COVID test.
What?
First year.
Oh, if you could smell ginger or not?
I would do garlic. I go, I can smell it. I don't have COVID. Really? I mean, that was my COVID test. I remember we went to a wedding, and I think it was year 2 of COVID.
Ooh, look how
and,
nice that is.
We all got sick. I think Elena, Colby, and I got sick, and Cindy didn't get sick. Well, Cindy's like 5'13", so she's above the bad air.
Right.
She didn't get sick. No, she was it's those short guys. It was like air was green that day.
Oh, jeez.
Kind of a COVID image. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing well. This is
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I am doing well.
Cool. And then after
Keep
that
talking.
gets in there, do we have a little spatula for this to help get this out of here?
This
I
might
guess we
be
can use fingers,
enough.
right?
How
yeah,
about
I think
this?
you're good to go. Perfect.
Okay, I
How
can
about this?
stop now. Okay.
Even better.
There you go. Fresh
All right.
ginger.
So we're going to put all the honey in there, and that'll free up our,
Oh, our quarter container
our 1 cup container
for the gin.
for the gin. So how much gin are we adding?
A quarter cup.
Quarter cup, so a quarter of this
Memorize the
container.
recipes. A quarter of that.
So this is a 1 cup container, so just a little less than halfway.
Yeah, we don't want to
Now
waste
this is
that.
hot. Right?
Yep,
that enough?
yeah, we're good.
Is that good?
I'll go a little more.
Oh,
little more.
Let's
A
go.
little more, why not, right?
There.
Yeah, a little more, why not?
A little more.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, let me hold that for you.
You can plop it right in there. And then we have our chili flakes. And again, if you don't want it as spicy, you can put a little less chili flake. If you really want to bump it up, you can add double, which is what I would do. And a little bit of soy sauce.
Oh, where is that? Oh, good.
So the soy sauce, kind of like the Worcestershire in the past, in the previous recipe, you're not really going to taste that soy sauce. It's just going to give it a little bit more depth of flavor. It's going to add a little bit of saltiness since everything in there is kind of sweet, and just kind of balance the boat.
Don't rock.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Don't rock. Oh, my God. All right.
What are you studying?
I'm studying.
Next,
Oh,
You got zest.
I have to zest
you have
again?
to zest. And we probably don't want to
Oh.
zest right in there because that's going to be really hot.
No, so I'll
So-
zest in
Yeah,
with the
there
gin.
you go. Yes,
Nothing like
zest
lemon.
in the gin.
Double dipping. She hasn't worked this hard for years.
At least 3.
I have 375 recipes.
Tony has 12. If anybody's keeping track.
Again, I'm being honest.
When did that start?
Less things to remember. Just tell the truth.
How much lemon zest do you need?
Probably almost that whole lemon.
Oh, jeez.
How much time do we have?
I know we're running out of time.
All right, I gotta go.
It'll be fine.
How's the zesting doing?
Well, good, I think.
Yeah, keep the conversation going, sis.
Well, I am. I'm zesting.
So I want you to recite all the recipes you know.
Okay. Beef bourguignon,
It's a
One.
good one.
lasagna, both beef and vegetable. That's 2.
Counts for 2.
Meatballs.
Meatball.
This
Oh,
is-
wait a minute. Are you doing Aunt Margaret's meatballs?
I'm doing whatever I can to survive this segment.
Well, Aunt Margaret taught me how to make her meatballs and her tomato sauce, and I got that down.
Well, she wouldn't share it with me, but that's all right.
No, she liked me better.
I know. Oh, and then there's my signature mango salad.
Ooh,
Now that
sounds
is very nice. Yeah, I think you would like it, Stefano.
All right, so we're at 6.
good. I think we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're done with you.
God.
But I will need that lemon because we're going to need the juice. Let's take that off the heat since it's simmering a little bit.
Yep.
And then I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll
don't know
just
what I'm
use
doing
this
with
for
it,
the
Oh, look, there's more in
lemon
here,
juice.
too.
Oh, perfect. No.
No.
No,
Here.
no. Oh, my God, we were so close to disaster.
Perfect.
Thank God we have a
Perfect.
quick thinking team up here.
I wasn't thinking. I'm stirring.
No.
That was my birthday. I don't think.
Yeah, today's your birthday. You can cry if you want to.
I mean, 73 years old. I can't believe I got that far.
No, none of us can.
All right. So, is that cool now, Tony?
No, it's not cool. I'm not gonna stick my finger in there. I don't
You
have
can
to
run
take
for
it.
president.
I think it's cool enough.
Cool enough?
Yeah. All right. So, it's cooled down a little bit. We'll throw our zest and our juice in there.
And they stir.
Stir it up.
Okay, it's stirred.
Oh,
And then, let's see.
Are you having fun?
I am. So once it gets totally cooled down, it will get a little bit more viscous. Not as thick as the honey itself, but it will have a little bit of viscosity to it.
viscosity. That is a
Yeah.
technical term.
And you can see that the chili flakes have kind of bloomed a little bit, and it smells amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Do you sell these pre-made in your store?
No, I actually made this recipe just for you guys.
Oh, yay.
For
Oh.
you guys.
Yeah. All right.
So you're
stop?
always thinking
Can
of new
I stop?
recipes.
Yeah, you can stop. I think we're good. Let's see. Will that fit in here? I bet it will.
All right.
Just marry it all together.
I'm going in.
Nice. Like a glove.
I
Wow.
didn't have any gin. I can hold it steady.
All right. We'll pop
All
this in the
right.
fridge and let it get a little cooler.
That's good.
And we can start with our next.
Our next
Wing.
one
Need that
is,
pan again?
I do. Here, I got you.
now while
This
the
one's a little
Kentucky
easier to clean
Derby
up.
may be past us, there's always another horse race. Derby Day Wing Glaze.
Yes, Derby Day Wing
So
Glaze.
is there
So
a southern oh, I see where you get
I was
Derby
actually
Day.
inspired by Dad's mint wing recipe that you forwarded me.
Okay. Oh, the one I did?
Yes.
She's going to take credit for it.
So while I was reading that
I
recipe,
told her.
while I was reading that recipe, I was like, this is missing something. What is it missing? Bourbon. It's missing
Bourbon.
Ah.
So I ended up making this recipe. It's kind of like a little riff off of the mint julep. I don't know if you all are familiar with that. One of my favorite cocktails. So basically we're going to make, and this is going to be a very loose sauce. It's going to be super high in flavor, so you don't need a lot of it. It is going to be a little bit watery, which is why it's super important that we get our wings extra crispy. But a little bit of the sauce goes a long way. The bourbon actually accentuates the aromatics of the mint, and it makes it kind of intense. I also, instead of regular white sugar, I decided to use brown sugar. It gives it a little bit of that kind of molassesy finish to it, and I think it's going to be a great wing.
I think so. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you used that. That
Yeah.
came out of a recipe book from a restaurant in Charleston called Snobs. It's an abbreviation for slightly north of Broad. And so they have all these southern recipes, and I bought the cookbook,
And stole it.
no, I paid dearly for it.
No, I didn't say you stole the cookbook.
I stole the recipe when you said we were doing
Yeah, but
sauces.
since he doctored it up, if the FCC is watching this and people who own the cookbook, we changed it
Yeah,
a lot.
I don't think they're worried. All right, listen. Oh, there we go. Kentucky bourbon.
Oh yes. All
All right, so here we go.
Another stupid easy recipe. Basically, just mixing everything in there and adding the mint at the end, so we don't. Again,
All of it.
super fresh, beautiful mint. Once you start adding heat, it kind of makes the flavor profile of the mint like a little bit more brown, I guess you could call it. But we want to keep it nice and bright. Yes. So we're gonna
1/4 cup of brown
sugar, the bourbon.
Oh, the bourbon. How
whole
much
bottle?
bourbon do we need? 1 cup? Oh, no.
Yeah,
Quarter
be really
cup.
loose.
1/4 cup. So same deal as we did with the gin.
Here, want me to hold the cup?
Wow.
1/4 cup ish. I like that.
There we go.
A little more.
Oh. It's beautiful.
There you go.
No. Oh, listen to
Sizzle,
that.
sizzle.
Oh my God.
Isn't that beautiful?
So good.
And then we're gonna
Well, roll the
add.
12-step
So
program.
in the recipe it says red onion. I opted for shallot. I kind of prefer shallot. Bada boom.
Bada boom, bada boom.
All right. And I'll actually need that container to measure out a little bit of cider vinegar.
1 cup.
Cider vinegar. You guys having fun? A little bit. There'll be a test afterwards. Hey, I'm boiling.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. With this one, it's okay. A little cider vinegar.
Oh, there goes the apple cider vinegar. Okay, you're cooling off.
What show was that? That was Chef Robert.
Oh, it was back.
Chef Robert, go to that one.
Chef Robert and the
The
saran wrap.
saran wrap incident.
All right.
Okay.
So once it comes up to a simmer, which I think it's almost there because it's
You gotta center it
steaming
on
a
the
little bit.
burner.
There it is.
Here it is, simmer.
Oh, it's sizzling. Sizzling.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Now we can take it off and let it cool down a little bit. And then we'll add the mint when it is cooled.
Cool.
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 Cool, bro.
Cool, bro. Cool,
And
bro.
then we've got our wings.
All the recipes are on the website. We have another segment after we do the wings where we have Dora from Farrell. She's going to be pairing a beer and some fantastic wines. So
Yeah, stay tuned. The perfect beer, the perfect wine.